What's up everyone, Simo Sports Cards here, back with another video, and today I've got a comparison video of the new 2025 Donruss Football Blasters. So over here on the left, I've got the standard blasters. These are just going to be the regular ones that you'll find everywhere. And over here on the right are the holiday blasters. These ones you probably still will find everywhere, to be honest with you, but they won't be in stock for as long as these would be my guess. So realistically, they're coming in at a very similar price point, if not the exact same, depending on the store. And I just wanted to take a look at the two different boxes and see, if you have a choice, which one should you go for? So, obviously out of Donruss, we're looking for downtowns. Over here on the regular ones, there's not really anything specific to look out for outside of downtowns. You get the jersey cards. There are, limited autos in here as well. You can get numbered cards all the way down to 1 of 1. You can see there, I believe those are just on the, inserts. And a lot of the base parallels you can get to 50, I think. So, not too bad, but really you're hunting the downtowns out of there. And the holiday blasters have the optic preview red and green. So that's definitely a nice bonus to those, and they have the holiday sweater, although I'm really not a fan of the holiday sweater. So I'm going to go ahead and crack into these, get all the packs laid out, and then we'll jump right into it. So be right back. Alrighty, well, without further ado, we've got our packs all stacked up here, and let's just go ahead and get cracking into it. So I think I'm gonna just go left, right, left, right, left, right, and we've got a ton of packs to get through, so let's just get started. So there's going to be a lot of base. That is just the nature of Donruss. But we've got our first rated rookie, Nick Scorton, Kyle McCord there. Then we've got Warren, Montez Sweat, Mixon, Taysom Hill, and then a white hot rookies of Jackson Dart. So pretty nice. Pretty nice, actually. We'll give that one the spot up there in the stands for the time being. And then it looks like we've got some base to end us off. And then we'll jump over to the holiday side. The pack is, what in the world? Glued shut. Alright. Starting off with Charbonnet, Tua, Tracy, Stevenson, Makuba, and Caleb Johnson on the rated rookies. Then we've got Michael Mayer, Lockett, Douglas, Travis Etienne, and it looks like we've got our first red and green. So who's it going to be for the 49ers? Who are we looking for? It's Jordan James. I wasn't actually too familiar with many of the rookies from the 49ers off the top of my head. Not the most centered card either, but our first red and green optic preview. Let's hope we can replace that with a nicer one here. But, I mean, right out the gate, that is definitely something that is a lot nicer about the holiday boxes, is that you're going to be getting the optic preview red and greens pretty frequently. I don't believe it's very common to get optic previews out of these regular blasters, but we will see. Garrison Hurst there. We've got Jalen Royals and Maxwell Hairston on the rated rookies. Then McCaffrey, Lamar, Jalen Wright, Terrell Suggs, and another white hot rookies of Ashton Genty. These are pretty nice. Nothing too crazy, but pretty nice. Here, let me bring these in towards the center just a bit, since our pack wall's closing in on me just a little bit. And then we've got base here to end us off. Alright, moving over to our next holiday pack. These holiday packs are tougher to open for whatever reason. The base cards don't look any different. Vita Vea, Addison, Bowers, Mingo, and Ashton Genty, rated rookie. I can go over in the hit stack there. Malachi Starks, rated rookie. And we've got Darius Davis, Caden Ellis, TJ Watt, Golden Tate, and our red and green is a Bills player, and it's going to be Jackson Hawes, the tight end. So, not too bad, but not one of the big rookie names that we're after. But again, another red and green. We're not really seeing, I don't believe we're going to really see too many optic previews out of these blasters here on the left, but you never know. Calvin Johnson, Sainer Still, Trey McBride. We got Omari and Hampton playing really, really well before he got injured, so definitely wish the best to him. Jalen Walker. Then we've got Art Monk there. Trey Benson, Mike Rozier, Vernon Davis, and a rated rookie throwback of Matthew Golden. So that's a pretty nice one. Not my favorite of the inserts, but it's not too bad. Jumping over to Holiday. Let's see what we get here. Dion, Cedric Tillman, Jamal Charles, George Kittle. We got James Pierce Jr., Tyler Shook. He's getting the start. That game is actually going on right now as I'm recording this video. Luke Kuechly, Darius Davis. Then a Best of Panini instant, Derrick Henry. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Cortland Sutton, Jake Plummer, Drake London, and Jordan Love. I don't know if you guys will believe me, but I somehow managed to trade Derrick Henry for JSN in one of my fantasy leagues. Half PPR, but I mean still, there's no way. JSN, speak of him, and he shall show his face. Chuba Hubbard, Gray Zabel there, Jalen Milroe, a couple of Seahawks there for our rated rookies. Then Micah, James Conner, Travis Kelce, Likely, and Lamar Jackson on the throwback or the retro card. Not exactly sure if it says what year that's from. I don't see it, but nice little insert. Then we've got Rich Gannon and Troy Franklin there ending us off. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. Next pack up from the winter side is Derek Carr, T.O., Keon Coleman. Then we got a couple of rated rookies there. Kyle Pitts, Quincy Williams, L'Jarius Sneed, Levante David, and this is not one I'm super familiar with. I think it's probably just an insert, though. Road to the Super Bowl of Derrick Henry. All right. And then Rashid Shaheed, Garcia, Metcalf, and John Elway. And a kid reporter for you. All right, next up, Khalil Shakir, Mike Evans, Devontae Smith, Josh Allen, then a DJ Moore, red press proof. Nice one to get. Demetrius Knight and Kenneth Grant on the rated rookies. Then Charles Woodson, Ricky Williams, Torrey Holt, Bijan, D-Hop, Drew Brees, Rashee Rice, and Rick Upchurch. So usually we had something in the second half of the pack, and we did not in that one, so that was sort of interesting. So let's check out a holiday pack next. Holidays definitely treated us better with the, optic previews so far. Not getting anything like that on the left side. A.D. Mitchell, Tony Dorsett, Ladd McConkey. We've got a Khalil Mack. Then a Mike Evans red. Nice little color match. Then Will Campbell, good player there. Arian Smith, rated rookie. And then Caden Ellis, Golden Tate, Kyle Pitts, Malachi Corley, Justin Fields, Puka Nacua, and Myles Garrett. So very similar to that last pack. Next one up. Oh gosh. All right. Out of the regular blasters, we've got Debo, Richardson, Chad Johnson, Eric Dickerson, then a Matty Stafford. So, not too bad. Nick Emenwari, Dylan Sampson on the rated rookies. Then, are we going to have anything after that? It does not look like it. All right. Next pack up, a holiday pack. Let's see if we can't breathe some life into this. We haven't really gotten anything too good lately. Looks like maybe just a red out of here again. Rogers, Coker. We've got Tony Richardson into Olave. So, Gunnar Helm and Alfred Collins there on the rated rookies. Not really getting anyone great for our parallels here. It's a cool picture. Moving on back, looks like we're halfway through. Moving on back to the regular blasters. We got Jaden Reed, Caleb Williams, Quinton Mitchell, Buda Baker, RJ Harvey, and Ashton Gillott. Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, McLaughlin, Tutu Atwell. Then we've got an Elite Series of Derrick Henry, so it's definitely a nice one. Like the Elite Series. Definitely prefer some rookies out of there, but not going to complain about Derrick Henry. This pack feels maybe a little thick. No, just going crazy. Brock Purdy, Emmitt Smith, Will Anderson, Saquon. Then we've got a Mason Taylor. He had a pretty nice game. Tez Johnson, he's also been doing all right. Quincy Williams, L'Jarius Sneed, Levante David, Danielle Hunter into an Eric Allen Legend Series. Do like these Legend Series. Nice to give the flowers to the legends as always. Neighbors, Hawkinson, Spears, Leggett, and another Kid Reporter. All right. Let's crack into another of the regular blaster packs. We've been pretty dry for a while now, so let's hope we can turn that around. And that pack opened very strangely. Kurt Warner here, Zach Charbonnet, Tua, Tyrone Tracy. We've got Ty Felton and Harold Fannin, who's been playing pretty good. Then Travis Etienne, Garrett Wilson, QJ, Luke Kuechly, and a Dominators of Max Crosby. Pretty nice. Good looking insert. Max Crosby's pretty dominant. John Jefferson, Pearsall, Bonito, and Justin Jefferson. So I'm actually gonna move this base stack over. It's just getting a little ridiculous. All right, now we can see again. Let's move back on over to Holiday and see what we've got over here. Dalton Schultz, Devin Hester, Jamison Williams, Geno Stone, Will Johnson, and Isaac Tesla there for our rated rookies. So definitely getting a lot of rated rookies out of, whichever product you open. Marcus Robinson, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and, this is a rated rookie retro. This looks like it might be Tedoroya McMillan. Yeah, look at that. I thought those were Panthers colors. That's a really nice one, though. Really, really nice one. Those inserts looked super good last year. I'm going to stick this one down here and put the rated rookie retro up there. Doug Williams, Ferguson, Murray, and Marv. So far, just based on what we've gotten out of them, I guess the Holiday Blasters are in the lead. See if the regular Blasters can't punch back here. Pinheiro, Olave, Simmons, Ollie Gordon. Then we've got Pat Bryant. Not too bad on the rated rookies there. Godwin, Reed, Carmichael. We've got David Montgomery. Then what in the world is this? Galaxy of Stars. Nico Collins. So, wow. I remember these cards from last year. I'm not sure if they were like a true short print or not. But based on what we've seen out of the Blasters so far, we haven't seen any of these, and they look pretty nice. So I'm going to give it a sleeve, and I'm going to replace the Jordan James with that Nico Collins Galaxy of Stars. I think that's a really, really good looking card. Honestly, I like the look of that better this year than last year, so sweet. All right. Goff, Braylon Allen, John Lynch, and Alec Pierce there. So the regular blasters swung back a little bit. Nothing too crazy, I don't think, but not too bad. Let's see if the holiday blasters can give us something now, too. I don't really see anything. Trent Green, Mike Williams, we got a Drake May, Jalen Hurts, then a Tyler Booker rated rookie, Luther Burden, not bad on the rated rookie there, then a Mark Brunell, Bucky Irving, Calvin Ridley, Xavier McKinney, Fred Warner, Dave Krieg, McMillan, Javonte, and Nico Collins. Wow, okay, so that was a real dud pack. Just 2 rated rookies. I don't even think there was an insert in there. So that was kind of tough. But let's move on back to the regular blasters. We really need something to breathe some life back into this rip. We've got Ramondre, Dion, Tillman, Jamal Charles, Abdul Carter. It's a pretty good rated rookie to get there. And then Jordan Watkins. Then we've got Darius Davis, Caden Ellis, TJ Watt, Golden Tate, EJ Speed, Musgrave, Kendre, Cooper Kupp, and Juwan Jennings. So, a couple of these packs out of here have not even an insert, which is tough. And it spans both products, so looks like that's just what you get with Donruss blasters, which definitely stinks. So be on the lookout for that. Looks like we maybe have another one here. So Rashad Bateman, Devontae, Bo Nix, Kyle Van Noy, Cam Chancellor. Then we've got Makuba and Caleb Johnson rated rookies. And I think this is just going to be a bunch of base here to end us off. So, yeah, definitely not the best packs. Let's hope we can finish off stronger than that. This pack up here feels a little thick. We've got a Kid Reporter, and it looks like a mem card in here. So we've got a Dante Culpepper, Tyler Boyd, Trey Tucker, Patrick Mahomes, not too bad. Then we've got Kalel Mullings into a Minka Fitzpatrick jersey card on the Donruss Threads. And it's going to be not associated, classic Panini, but little napkin patch there of Minka. Then we've got Jalen Warren, Sweat, Mixon, Taysom Hill, a Best of Panini instant Jalen Hurts. So it's definitely not too bad. But nothing too crazy there. Then Pat Freiermuth, Josie Jewell, Theo Johnson, Josh Hines-Allen, and a Kid Reporter there for you. So let's see if the Holiday Blasters can swing it back into their favor. This is another thick pack. We might just be getting all the jersey cards here at the end. And if that's the case, I mean, be careful buying repacks that have these packs in it, because it seems very predictable where everything is going to be. But Drew Bledsoe, Zerline, Eric Armstead. We've got Tyler Warren, so he's been playing really, really great. And then, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. A dual rookie sweater of Dylan Gabriel and Mason Graham. I really thought it was Gabriel and Shadur there for a second, but it's pretty cool to get a dual. So let me grab my thicker sleeves, because this is a pretty thick card. And there we go. So the dual rookie sweater, Dylan Gabriel, Mason Graham. I mean, that's a pretty ridiculous card. So I'll stick that in the middle. Put our white hot Jackson Dart over to the side. So that's pretty sweet. I'm generally not the biggest fan of the rookie sweaters, though. I would prefer if it's, like an actual jersey. So we get the Trey McBride on the throwback there. But I will say, it's cool that the sweaters have like a lot of color on them. The jersey napkin swatches tend to just be that, just total napkin swatches, which just aren't really very cool. But, at least we've got some color on that, and it's a dual. So let's see what we've got here from the last pack in our regular blaster. Doesn't look like we're going to get a downtown. A.D. Mitchell, Dorsett. We got Ladd McConkey. There's Mason Graham again. And for our threads, we've got a Bucky Irving, and yeah, it's just going to be another napkin patch on the Donruss threads. I mean, Bucky Irving, though, great player, so not too bad, but really not what we're looking for. Then Kyle Pitts, Quincy Williams, Snead, David, Ashton Genty there on the throwback, so that's a pretty sweet one. Do like these cards. It looks pretty nice with the Raiders colors as well. So there's the Genty throwback. Waddle, Manning, Pacheco, and Chubb to end us off there, and a Kid Reporter for you. So we're on to our final pack. So far I would say the Holiday is winning just because you get those optic previews. The Holiday sweaters, I'm take it or leave it on, but the optic previews I think are really what set this apart from the rest. So we've got Hines Ward, Hunter Henry, Cole Kmet, Jalen Ramsey, a James Pierce Jr. rated rookie there. Then our sweater is going to be an Abdul Carter. So nice to get another solid rookie there. Obviously would have loved a double again, but not too bad. I'll grab a sleeve for this one as well, just since it's a good rookie high draft pick there. So there we are, rookie sweater of Abdul Carter. Not the best, not the worst. Rookie sweater is what it is. Then we've got Zay Flowers, Chris Jones, Joe Horn, Michael Penix, and an Elite Series of Michael Penix. Not too bad there. A lot of second-year players, it seems like, on these inserts. So, Elite Series of Michael Penix Jr., and that is gonna do it. Just some base there to finish us off. So, yeah, I mean, when it's all said and done, you rip 4 blasters, you've got a massive, massive stack of Donruss base. But aside from that, what can you expect? Well, downtowns are going to be hard to pull no matter what. And aside from that, the floor on the Holiday Blasters just seem to be a little bit better. So the Holiday Blasters, having the opportunity to get the double on the sweaters is pretty cool, but it's not really the big selling point to me. The biggest selling point is the fact that you're actually getting consistent optic previews on these red and greens. So, we did not get very lucky on our players here for our red and greens, but you are getting them consistently. And then aside from that, they're very similar. I know there are some small differences on the checklist on the back of the box, but for all intents and purposes, they are very similar, with the exception of the rookie sweaters coming on the Holiday side, and you're also getting those optic red and green previews at a pretty consistent pace. So with all that being said, I think I would recommend the Holiday ones, but still not really a fan of the rookie sweater concept in general, even though we got a pretty cool one. So that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for bearing with through a little bit of a longer video. If you made it this far, make sure you drop a like on the channel. It would really help me out. If you find yourself watching videos like these, consider subscribing to the channel for more, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.